So most people think packing light is just about travel, but it's not. This one free skill can actually improve your health, grow your bank account, and even strengthen your relationships. And once I show you how, you'll never look at your suitcase the same way again. When I learned how to pack light, my trips instantly felt easier, but the impact didn't stop there. So I felt calmer, I stopped wasting money on things I didn't need, and I became a much easier person to travel with. And the best part, you don't need fancy gear or tons of experience. Anyone can do this. So if you're ready to see how a smaller bag can lead to a better life, let's dive in. All right, so packing light leads to improved health? What? Hear me out. Okay, so obviously body strain is an issue with excess and heavy luggage. After running her packing list for 15 years, I've been told countless times about actual physical injuries. Travelers have come home with these because their luggage was too much to handle. When you have super light luggage, you simply don't have that problem. And what's even better is that you tend to walk more when your luggage is small and manageable. You're not waiting for elevators and taxis. Why would you when you can walk instead? So take those stairs and get those steps up. Less stuff also helps to lower your cortisol levels. You have less physical body fatigue and exhaustion, less stuff to pack, to remember to pack, to organize, and to even choose from every day when you're trying to figure out what to wear. Less choice equals less stress. Less stress equals less cortisol, aka better health. I mean, there's nothing quite like going away on a trip and actually coming home feeling recharged. Or how about getting a good night's sleep the night before a trip because you're not worried about packing 100 different things, the things that will probably just go unused on the trip anyway. When you learn how to pack truly light, you enjoy travel as soon as you walk out the front door. Can we also talk about joy for a second? Joy comes from being present and in the moment, not from being half present while your mind is quietly stressing over how you're going to get through this busy train station and to your hotel, right? With all of your luggage. With light luggage, you have the freedom to be spontaneous, to live in the moment, to stop off at that cafe or that shop with all of your luggage because it's super duper tiny. It's not going to bother you. And spontaneity leads to adventure and joy. And we all know that joy is good for our health. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'm not wrong here. There is a special kind of magic that happens when you learn how to pack truly light and actually go on some trips and experience that you are okay with less. It's the perfect pathway towards a simpler yet more gratifying life overall, which is a perfect segue into my next point. Packing light helps your wealth. You might be thinking that packing light means you spend less money on the trip. So less baggage fees, less taxi fees, luggage minding fees, and that's it. But in reality, the skill of being able to identify what is really important and impactful to you and your enjoyment and how that is not as much as you once thought it should be, it trickles over into your daily life. So yes, you can save a couple $100s per trip by packing light, but the impact of changes in your daily life are where the real wealth will shine. So you'll rethink your purchasing decisions. You'll declutter your home and your wardrobe. You'll buy higher quality items, less of them, use them more, take better care of them, and simplify. I've seen it time after time inside my membership. Students come in, they start with a class like Baggage Freedom Express, but it ends up with bags and bags of decluttering being sold or donated. It's so freeing. It becomes the basis for a new lifestyle where you look at your choices through a new lens. Over time, your choices will lead to freed up money that you can put into your savings, invest, or drop into your travel fund. You decide. But what about relationships? Okay, so how the heck can packing light lead to better relationships? Let me tell you a story about one of my students, I'll call her Sarah, who used to find the process of packing and getting ready for a trip so stressful that she was in full-blown exhaustion mode by the time she was walking out the front door. Because of that, she didn't have the bandwidth to deal with any additional discomfort or issues. She became super snippy with her kids, and it became a downer for other people they were traveling with. So having a lot to manage in terms of luggage impacted her happiness as well as the happiness of those around her. Look, it's understandable. There's so much to deal with when trying to go away on a trip, especially with your family. It can feel like you're trying to run a marathon in an hour. If you've ever had this feeling of finding the prep process so stressful that you would almost rather just stay home, then you know what I'm talking about. There is no way that this mindset leads to a calm, happy vibe on the trip. And we go away on trips with loved ones to spend quality, enjoyable time with them, not cause more stress and anguish. So when someone like Sarah enters my world, learns how to pack ultralight, identifies the things that matter, which is not as much as you think, her trip prep experience is drastically changed. She has more time and energy leading up to the trip and is mentally and physically freer. She's more open to spontaneity and simply living in the moment, which brings us back to what we talked about earlier about it improving health. But the relationships, right? Okay, imagine going on a trip with a calmer demeanor and being able to connect with your travel companions in a positive way. Obviously, you're going to come home and have a stronger relationship. I know all of this might sound like a stretch, but so often we are not fully aware of the impact our stuff has on us and our happiness. So if you are wanting to improve your life, your health, wealth, and relationships, learning how to pack and travel ultralight may be a good first step. It's a skill that you can hone for $0 if you desire. But if you want a little extra guidance and support, my packing class, Baggage Freedom Express, can help. Yes, this class is not free, but you will recoup the cost on your next trip where you don't have to pay for luggage. And who knows, you might have a much better life because of it. So head to herpackinglist.com/freedom to learn more about the class. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and be sure to follow along for more great packing tips and advice. Bye now.